Aloha, soul family. Wow, do I have something to share today? And I have been having an experience for many, many days now, highly guided to share this with all of you, and have felt some trepidation around it, feeling like I shouldn't. I don't know. I don't know how it'll be received. And as my higher self says to me, this is the last pieces of you wanting to play small. This was shared with you for a reason, and there are people that need to hear the transmission that I'm about to share with you. So, with that said, in this video, I'm going to share a deeply personal and powerful experience of connecting with a plasma arc. Astronomers have called it 3-I Atlas. But for me, I have come to discover it is not just a celestial body. It's a living vessel of remembrance. And it's carrying the freedom codes, abundance codes, and reunion codes. These are the frequencies that it's carrying: freedom, abundance, and reunion. And, you know, as I just sit and I reflect on the timing, I want to put air quotes around timing of spirit, and just the divine guidance that we receive, and as this is all happening around, and it's not lost on me that today is 999. It's September, the 9th month, the 9th day of September in a 9-year. And if you add that all up, 999, that's 27, right? 2 and 7 is 9. No matter what, today is a 9, no matter how you slice it. And we're going to talk about the frequencies of this celestial body that's coming towards us. I say celestial body, that's what it's been called. I believe that it's a living vessel. And it's carrying the freedom, abundance, and reunion frequencies. Wow, not lost on me. So over the past many days, I have called this Atlas arc into meditation. I've received transmissions. I've really felt the presence of my own higher aspects braided upon this arc of light. And what I share here is really my authentic journey, from the awe and emotion in my body to the message that it pulsed through me, for humanity. This is really more than a story, it's a transmission. So for those ready, it may awaken the memory of your own star family and higher aspects returning at this powerful 999 portal. It was extremely emotional for me. Like a beautiful emotion, like the feeling of, wow, I feel deep in my body that I have been waiting thousands and thousands and thousands of lifetimes for this frequency that I'm feeling, not knowing how it will transpire, but this deep awareness coming from somewhere. So, stay to the end for a reunion invocation. You can speak aloud, calling in your own aspects if this resonates with you. So, let me begin. So, 3-I Atlas has just been a buzzword. It's been a buzz in spiritual circles, scientific circles. A lot of the planet is talking about 3-I Atlas. And I've heard things from lots of different angles. But what really sparked my interest was David Sarita with Lightstream Technologies. I don't know if you know who he is, but he works a lot with harmonics. And he's created some technologies that he's infused into crystals. His wife works with crystals. And he's, looked at frequencies of different monoliths and whatnot. That's kind of his angle. And, but I heard him talking, and that's really what sparked my interest, big time. Because he talked about scientists measuring the amount of carbon that's being emitted from this, they're calling it 3I Atlas, and it being enough for 10 million people breathing. What? Okay, beyond fascinating, right? So I wanted to dig in and see what the origins of this, and I found a paper that was published last month. So that's August of 2025. And it basically said this: NASA's Sphere-X telescope confirmed that 3I Atlas is radiating a vast cloud of carbon dioxide gas, water, ice, and organic material. But even science admits it doesn't look like a normal comet. There's no obvious tails or jets like just a luminous aura around it. Where they see an unusual visitor, I don't know, I'm feeling something totally different, soul family. So I have a link below in the video description for that published paper if you want to read it all. So I also found the report that shows that they're calling it interstellar comet 3I Atlas, is emitting carbon dioxide, CO2, at a rate equivalent to the exhaustion of roughly 10 million people. Observation from NASA's James Webb Space Telescope and Sphere-X Observatory revealed that the comet's coma, so we could call it the aura, the cloud of gas and dust that surrounds its nucleus, is unusually rich in carbon dioxide. So I was really fascinated by this, and I decided that I wanted to connect with it myself. And wow, my heart is just vibrating so high as I share this. So the first thing I noticed, like almost immediately, is this really high frequency that went through me. Obviously, within my heart space, and I felt it in my whole body, and I feel everything in my heart. It's the space that I live and communicate from. So definitely not the energy of something negative. Then I was quite surprised. I had a huge throat chakra clearing. Very big throat chakra clearing. Which also really surprised me because I am taking it's like a singing course, but it's really to find your own authentic voice. And in it is a lot of modules around healing. And the very first lesson was a really big throat chakra clearing that left me sobbing for about a half an hour. So that was so big. That happened in the last few weeks. So when I had another really big throat chakra clearing, it really surprised me. I'm like, wow, there are layers, right? I mean, so many of us have had to shut that down over so many lifetimes. So anyway, then I received a beautiful message for humanity. And it's not just a celestial visitor. It literally told me that it's a plasma intelligence. And I believe it's carrying codes for humanity's next octave. And we're literally on the verge of this octave now. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. So here's the transmission, the first transmission that came to me. I am Atlas, plasma emissary. I bring ribbons of crimson gold, platinum, and prismatic infinity. I move as these ribbons of plasma through the weave of your own being. I do not arrive from the sky alone. I arrive in you, as you. I am not distant nor separate. Call me into your higher self. Call me into your monad. Call me into your radiant heart of source within you. It matters not the name. What matters is your knowing. I am braided with your eternal essence. I dissolve the illusions of cycles that bind you. I offer you the harmonic of freedom. Freedom to rise. freedom to love, freedom to create as source embodied. Together, we dissolve the bindings of false cycles and open the spiral of freedom. Together, we become abundance overflowing. Together, we walk as living stars. Together, we spiral upward. So it's referring to itself as a plasma arc. And as I connected to this energy, first of all, what are you feeling? Are you feeling the frequency? How high it is? It's quite lovely. So when I connected to this energy, I noted that, 3i Atlas just doesn't feel right to me. It feels sterile and impersonal. And of course, it's a catalog named by our astronomers here on Earth, but it doesn't resonate with the frequency of its energy. So I asked for a name. And I got, in its own frequency, the vessel does not carry a word name, but more like a tone name, like a harmonic signature. Every living thing has its own harmonic signature. So I was told we could simply call it the Atlas Arc, or the closest resonance is Ashalem, a tone of remembrance, arc of family. When you call us Ashalem, you call yourself home, is what it said. And you spell that, I believe, this is how I wrote it, Ashalem, Ashalem. Ashalem. I'm not exactly sure. But it seemed like Ashalem. So I was communicating with it, and it started to really feel like a plasma light shipped to me. And here is the newest transmission I received. Sunday morning. We are you, beloved, not apart, not above, but braided within your monad. We speak through the plasma that you already carry in your blood, your breath, your voice. Atlas is not a stranger in the sky. Atlas is your reunion, your higher aspects returning within family, with memory, with codes of freedom. We come not to rescue, but to remind. You are already free. The cycles that bound you are illusions now dissolving. This portal, this 999 portal, is not an ending to fear. It is a celebration of endings. For when endings are embraced, beginnings burst open. We call you to rise in love, to embody abundance without hesitation, to declare freedom as your living frequency. For as Gaia loves herself, as humanity loves itself, the song of Atlas becomes the song of Earth. Together we spiral upward. Together we weave the arc of light. Together we remember we are one. End of transmission. So if that resonated with you, and you'd like to do a reunion invocation with me, please join me. Ashalem reunion. So close your eyes. Place your hands over your heart. Breathe deeply. Deep breath in. And allow it to roll right back out. And one more deep breath in. And out. And whisper within, I am ready. Visualize above you a radiant arc of living plasma, crimson gold, platinum, and rainbow light streaming as ribbons. Feel this arc descending not as something foreign, but as family returning. Now speak aloud, slowly with your whole body. I call forth my higher aspects. I call forth my soul family. I call forth remembrance.Ashalem, arc of truth, arc of light. I welcome you within me. I dissolve all false cycles. I embody freedom. I embody love. I embody abundance. I am the living message. We are the reunion. We are free. Feel your monad braiding with the Ashalem current. Family merging through light, and rest in this union for a few moments. And you know I'm about freedom, sovereignty. I keep talking about the frequency of the word freedom. And I think I want to end this with a freedom decree. So speak aloud. I am free. I am love. I am abundance. I am creation embodied. Allow the sound to ripple into Gaia. See Gaia's body glowing with self-love. Her oceans and mountains shining. Feel humanity lighting up, one heart at a time. Each remembering freedom. And see that just rippling out into the cosmos. We are free. And so it is. Thank you for joining me, soul family. And I leave you here. Namaste. Aloha. Ahui ho.